What is this mysterious object? I found this spoon-looking object while looking through a box of my late grandmother's jewelry. It's pretty light, and I couldn't tell the writing on it because it was rusted over. A friend said it's an old-school ice cracker. It would be used to break large pieces of ice into smaller chunks to fit into your glass. What do y'all think? It's an antique tin baby rattle, dating from the late 1800s to the early 1900s, and they were originally made of metal. The style is very typical of simple nursery toys made before plastic became common. It would contain one or more small metal pellets or shot to create the rattling sound. What is this porcelain thing found at a thrift store? Approximately 8 inches wide, 4 inches tall, and it has a little pot connected to a rectangular piece. I was imagining some sort of fancy plant watering mechanism, or a fancy gravy boat. Any help with figuring out what it is and how old would be awesome. It's a ceramic pencil and business card holder, produced in the 1980s as Southwestern home decor. The round cup is for holding pencils, pens, markers, scissors, or other desk supplies, while the rectangular tray is sized to hold standard business cards, note cards, or small office items such as paper clips. What is this small metal object, maybe copper, with 2 holes drilled through it and lines engraved on one side, and the other side is smooth? It was found while metal detecting in Michigan, near other items dating to the late 1800s and early 1900s. I tried Google image search, but it turned up nothing. Someone on a metal detecting site guessed it might be part of an old jumper cable clamp. What do you all think? It's part of an arc welding clamp that holds the welding rod. It grips the consumable welding electrode and conducts electrical current from the welding machine to the electrode. Electrode holders became common in the 1920s and 1930s as stick welding gained widespread use in construction, shipbuilding, pipelines, and manufacturing. What is this carved wood object found in a drawer at my father-in-law's house? He traveled extensively, and we have no idea where it came from. About 3 inches total height. The stem at the bottom has a hole through it, and the lid is metal, and inside the bowl is metal lined. This piece was with it, but I didn't think they were together, as I cannot find any way these fit together. I get snuff boxes similar to this, but this is not a snuff box because there is a hole in both ends. Any help would be most appreciated. It's an antique German pipe bowl, and the other piece you have is an antler stem, which is also part of the pipe. These pipes gained popularity between 1850 and 1925 across Europe, particularly in Germany and Austria. The length of the pipe allows for a cooler smoke and provides a clear view for reading while seated. I found a few of these lying around the garden of a house we moved into in the UK. It has 3 metal prongs that seem to be fused to the little bowl thing. There were also some metal googly eyes we found as well. What could this be? It's one of the whisker pieces of a soldered metal garden decoration, made to once look like a cat with whiskers or another creature. This type of stuff is popular in the States for garden decor, and the garden center at my job sells a lot of this soldered garden artwork. What is this metal object left in the basement of an older person who passed away? It weighs exactly 100 grams and is around 1.5 inches in diameter. Does anyone know what this is or what it was used for? It's an antique Seth Thomas mantle clock pendulum bob, a weighted disc at the end of the clock's pendulum. It is a critical component that regulates the clock's timekeeping by swinging back and forth at a precise rate. As the pendulum swings, it regulates the release of the clock's gears. The weight of the bob and the effective length of the pendulum determine the timing. What are these items found at a Japanese World War II bunker in the Pacific? The hotel I am staying at has a Japanese World War II bunker out the back of the property. I was having a look around it and saw hundreds of these things in a styrofoam box, most of which were corroded into large clumps. On the front, I believe it says Lion, and on the reverse, it has 3 pin-looking things. Any ideas what they are? These are the metal side pieces shoe protectors, also known as Blakey's. This diagram shows a shape just like yours. These were hammered into the sides of the shoes to prevent the soles from wearing down, which drastically extends the lifespan of the footwear. What is this thing I found in the woods? I have no clue what it is. Around 16 inches in length, 4.5 inches tall, made of some kind of metal, with some numbers stamped on the bottom. I'm guessing it's part of something big. Does anyone know what this thing actually is? It's a 1954 Dodge Royal sedan hood ornament, a chrome-plated decorative emblem mounted on the front center of the hood. It features Dodge's iconic ram's head, a symbol the company used on many of its vehicles beginning in the 1930s. What is this food we bought at a roadside shop in Armenia? This pic is from when we were visiting Armenia. The lady gave me a taste of the food directly in front of her, but I cannot remember what it was. It has the appearance of a dipped candle, but it is edible. Does anybody know what this is? It's called sherets, an Armenian Snickers. Grape is the traditional flavor, the dark-colored rope, and you can't go wrong with it. It's very tasty. The first time we tried it, we thought it was weird. The juice is a little rubbery, but in a fun way. But then we kept going back to it and snacking on it. It's kind of addictive. Walnuts on a string, dipped into a sweet sticky spiced juice and hung to dry like a candle. I sliced it in half to pull out the string, then sliced it into bite-sized pieces. What is this mystery family heirloom? It's been sitting around for decades, and my mother never knew what it was. It is 11.5 inches long, 7.5 inches wide, and 4.5 inches tall to the top of the twist top. The height of the main body is about 2.25 inches, and it weighs around 4 pounds. Does anyone know what purpose it has? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.